So we're tracking what's next in the state of Maharashtra after that resounding victory of Mahayuti. The story is slightly different in Jharkhand. Hemant Soren is all set to return as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand after the India Bloc, powered by his party, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, took the lead in 56 of the 81 assembly constituencies. The BJP, on the other hand, won 21 seats, which is 4 seats less than the last assembly elections. It had a vote share of 33.18% in the 68 seats it contested, but the BJP managed to win just one tribal reserved seat, while the JMM won 34 seats, which is 4 more than the 2019 tally. The Congress party retained its count of 16. Now, we know that this victory, of course, is a shot in the arm for Hemant Soren, who, of course, also spent time in the jail earlier this year. He was accused in a money laundering case, and he had to work very hard to keep his flock together. Champai Soren, like we know, his confidant, left the JMM, joined the BJP. But of course, Hemant Soren has proved a point here by winning the state again. In fact, he also is an incumbent like the Mahayuti to come back to power in the state of Jharkhand. His wife Kalpana Soren, who also emerged as a strong factor in this election, has also won her election. Let's take a look at Pawan Kheda's reaction to this. Pawan Kheda, Congress leader. Before I go across to Prabhakar, my colleague, for more understanding on the Jharkhand victory of the JMM.
जैसा मैंने आपको कहा, झारखंड में हमारी जीत हुई और एक बांटने वाली राजनीति की हार हुई। उससे हमें बहुत खुशी है। जीत से तो है ही खुशी, लेकिन डबल खुशी इस बात की है कि एक ऐसी राजनीति हारी है जिस राजनीति के जरिए वो झारखंड को एक प्रयोगशाला बनाना चाह रहे थे सांप्रदायिकता की। वो झारखंड वालों ने एक तरह से उसको रिजेक्ट किया, ठुकराया।
Well, Prabhakar joins us from Ranchi. Prabhakar, very interesting, election in Jharkhand. We saw, people like stalwarts in the sense, leaders like, from Dumka, we saw Sita Soren lose, we saw Geeta Koda lose, we saw several leaders also lose. At the same time, people are wondering, what is the future of the BJP in Jharkhand? Is there a sense of re-strategizing that is necessary? Also, tell us, how is the JMM looking at this victory? Of course, hard fought and deservedly won.
See, as far as the BJP is concerned, they are not going to give up. So we already had a statement coming from Hemanta Biswa Sharma and Anand Suraj Singh Chauhan and the other leaders who were actually engaged with the Jharkhand election that they do welcome the verdict of people and they are going to introspect as to what went wrong and what they did not do on the ground, which actually they were not able to reach the voters. Now, the kind of narratives which BJP was playing on the ground, right from Katoge to Batoge, was also a kind of a slogan out here, and also the narrative of the Bangladeshi illegal migrants, those actually did not yield results on the ground. So BJP leaders realized very well. So it was basically their effort actually to garner the tribal support, which utterly failed. And what we have seen as a result, that most of the tribal seats have been won by JMM. JMM, remember, is a party which actually thrives on the tribal support based back, and it actually emerged as a party which champions the cause of the tribals. Now, what worked in Hemant Soren's favor is something very interesting to understand. When he was actually sent behind bars on the corruption charges, Hemant Soren went on to his people saying that here was a chief minister, probably the only chief minister at that time who was a tribal guy, and he was being victimized by BJP, and BJP could not tolerate a tribal person being the chief minister, and that actually went off very well with his tribal supporters. And when we were actually touring the length and the breadth of Jharkhand during the last 20 days during the campaign, the people were actually kind of echoing this sentiment, especially the tribals. They were echoing this sentiment that Hemant Soren was being victimized because he was a tribal guy. So that seems to have worked for him. Obviously, the women voters stood solidly with him because of the Maiya Samman Yojana, under which they are given 1,000 rupee monthly stipend. So Hemant Soren is all set to take over the throne here for the second consecutive time. It's a political history of a sort because no incumbent government has returned to power in Jharkhand in past. So this is the first time it would be happening. The formalities are to be done. Today there is a meeting of the JMM newly elected MLAs, and also then there will be a meeting of the India Bloc MLAs, and then they will elect Hemant Soren as their leader. Then the formality follows, which means that he would actually go to Raj Bhavan, tender his resignation as an acting chief minister, which he is now, and then he would be re-elected and would be asked for the swearing in.